Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the second episode where we discuss the basics of C++ programming. Today we're going to talk about pointers and references. Pointers are basically memory addresses, and they are very important because basically all our programming is about dealing with memory. Now, the main reason we use memory a lot now we don't really care about it as much as we used to do before, is because we have an abundance of memory and it's cheaper compared to before. We didn't really have enough. But still, if you want to be a very good programmer, you need to actually know it and know how to deal with it. And it's actually a very simple concept. It's not really that complicated. You just need to pay a bit of attention to it. Now we need to think about pointers and memory addresses as we have in real life, where everyone have their own address, like house address, and when you want to send something, you just need to tell them the address. Now for pointers, it's the same thing. Think of the computer memory as one linear thing. When you have like a house next to the other, just to the infinity, just one street, and we just need to know where is the address in each one of them. And let's say we have like an integer a, we want to put 5 in it. We just need to know what is house a, and we put the 5 in it. So that's like a very basic explanation. So let's dig deep into this and you'll figure it out by the end of this video. Let's go into it. So welcome back again. So we will go directly with our first library we always use, which is include, and then we put the input output stream, and from that we go to our main code, in which we will put the int a equal to 5, as we said, and then we can do the std cout a std. Now we already know what that makes. We're just gonna print it on the screen. If you didn't see this, you should watch the previous video. Once it's that done, let's now make a pointer to know what is the address. So let's make it a void pointer, and let's call it pointer just for the sake of this tutorial. And this is how we do it. So we have a pointer of type like pointer, this of type pointer, void pointer, and we have the memory address of a. So we have the memory address of a, we assign it to pointer. Now if we print our pointer, should give us a memory address. Okay, it's gonna take a bit of time, which is a hexadecimal number. Okay, now let's say we want to change a to equal to 12, or not even 12, let's just make it 6. Then this will work too. But if we want to change multiple things at the same time, but not with one variable, but multiple variables, but we want to do it at the same time, so we create a function, I don't know, which is like power or increment or anything. This will not work. This will actually, we will have to do it almost manually, and it's gonna take a lot of time. So what we do is usually we want to just create a pointer and use that pointer to get the address for each variable we want to use, and then once we have the address, we do the action we want to do to that using that address, and then we have the function working on multiple things. Now let's see how we will do this. So now let's say we have our pointer and we want to make it equal to 7. Now pointer will tell us this is not going to work. Why? Because pointer is of type pointer, so when we are giving him an integer, this is not going to work. He needs to have a memory address. Since we're not going to give him a memory address, this is not going to work. So what we want to do, we need to dereference it first. Now we will have a different problem and a different error message saying that we have a void pointer, but now we are giving him an integer. So once we dereference void integer, we cannot really give a void pointer. We cannot really give him an integer. We need to specify the data type of our pointer that we are dereferencing, because the computer needs to know how much memory allocation memory we are giving to this. So what we do, we go back here and we change it to int. Once that is done, now we can see our pointer can actually, like our dereference pointer can actually take 7. And that's basically it. Now all of these things, I'll show them in now. Yes, so we will go step by step. We have A, we're printing A, and yes. Oh, sorry, I have to do it again. Yes, we print 5. Now we have the pointer where we have the 5, copy value, can go here. This is the memory address. We go here and you can see it's 5. Now we move in to the next point. Since we still didn't print the others, we're gonna print it now. Now we're gonna do the std pointer. We print out the pointer, still have the same value. Now look what will happen here. When we go next, it's gonna change to 6 because it's 6, and now it will change to 7. That's basically what it is. Nothing's complicated. It's very basic. But you need to understand this concept, because once you just grasp it very, very well, you'll understand the rest. Now we need to understand that we are doing all of this on the stack. Now I will explain what is the stack and the heap in a different video, but for this one, just know that this is on the stack. And what it means is just like what variable we create here, it will stay until we finish the whole program, and then it will get deleted. If we want to delete things during the project, there are ways to do it, but mainly it's gonna be, it will stay there. Or let's say if we do want to keep our values once the program is done and not deleted, then we need to figure out a way to do it, and that's where the heap comes in. So on the heap, what we want to do is, like, for example, let's say we create a character, okay, a pointer of a character called buffer equal to new. We need to call new character of 8. I'll explain what I'm saying here later on. Now what we did now, we created a new pointer of type char. We allocated 8 bytes for it, and it's gonna be random. That doesn't matter what it will be, it's gonna be very random. So what we do now, we go here and mem set set, yeah, exactly. And we will take our buffer, we will throw it here, we'll give all the value 0, and we put it in all the 8 of them. Now we will see, I'm gonna run it again and you will see what's happening. And then once you want to get rid of this pointer, this variable, that is a new pointer, we just delete it. And we do this, and since it's an array, we do that, and then we call it by its name. Yeah, you can just see now step by step what's gonna happen. Okay, now we are in buffer. We go here, copy the value of buffer. This is the memory of buffer. And now I'm going to change all of these to zeros. And now everything is going to be deleted. Yes, perfect. Okay, now let's move to a different thing. Think again, as we said, a pointer is an integer that has the number that is the value of the memory address of a variable. So we can technically take and add like the pointer to a pointer. To do that, which is very basic, it's the same thing. So we do character and pointer, but pointer of a pointer, we call it point. And it's a very and we put in it the reference of buffer. And let's see what this does. This is actually a very interesting thing because I like doing it. Most of the time you're not gonna need this, but it's interesting once you get there to understand what's happening. So as we can see, we created our buffer, and let's go to points. I did a mistake. Do it again. Okay. So this is the memory address of our point. So we go into it to see what we have, and this is what we have, which is another address. Now we just need to flip them to make it work. So we do 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 9, C5, 23, 30, 50. Now when we have a new address, what address do we think this is? This one is gonna be 8 zeros, right? But this is the memory address, this is what's inside the buffer, which is what we created, like the 8 zeros. Yeah, so this is like a pointer to a pointer. Now we move to the next point, which is referencing. Now, why do we do that? So it's the same as, we can do the delete here. It's same as the pointer. So we can create an integer, like a reference of type integer. We put in it a, we call it ref, because we're gonna put the value of a in it, and this should work. So now, if I do ref equal to 12, the value of a will become 12. Basically it. But if I do now, because I can try to do this, right? And then do this, it's not gonna work because we need to directly give it a value, which is a. And if we decide to do ref equal to b, and we define b here equal to 14, then what we get here is that b, a will take the value of b. So it will become literally this. Okay, not this b, this b. But we don't want that. So what we can do is basically this. We can do a pointer of type ref. Okay, reference. So just to make it easier. And we give it a, and we can do the same, and we give it b, and now if I do this equal to 15 and then equal to 18, it will work. So this is like a good thing. We need to pay attention to it when we are doing references. Okay, 18, 15, this should be fine. Now, let's say we want to create a function called reduction. I think that's how it's written. Or deduction. And we want to give it a. Okay. Okay. And then we want to give it also b, just to see what it makes, what happens here. And then print them. Okay, I'm gonna do this just for the sake of ease of doing thing for me. Define print, because I come from Python, so it's easier for me to do things like this. Yes, so now I can do it. Come here and do print and do. Sorry, I got carried out. Print, and now we can put a and we put b. Okay, now here we want to create this void called deduction, and within it we're gonna make number minus minus. So we're gonna give it an int number, and this should work. Now the problem is, once we do this, what's gonna happen if we do a and b, it's like literally here what we will create a new variable which we will give it the value a, and then we will create a new variable we give it the value b, and then we will work on variable like different. So we are creating a new variable to do the calculation out. Now we don't want that. We want to make it easier. So what we can do, while we have the referencing, we can just do this, and now to work. Reduction. Maybe I wrote it wrong here. Okay, it's working now. So basically, this will work. It will deduct from A, which if we can see here, it's 15 is going to become 14, and from B, which is 18, going to become 17. We can print it to just see it. Where is the okay, let's get it here. Let's make sure it's the correct one. Okay, let's do something like this. Ref. Issue. Okay, let's do this for a second. Okay, it worked. Yeah, it worked. We had the deduction here, 14 and 13. I will understand later on what was the problem now, because I'm going out of camera storage. Yeah, we are back to our topic. So yeah, so technically we can do this, and there is a different way, because this is with references, but if we want to use pointers, which is basically the same stuff, we just do this. Sorry, so oh my god, do this and this, and then we dereference it here. And the reason why I put the parentheses is just because parentheses take priority before the mathematics, like before we do the deduction. And here we will have to go again and do this, and then it will work. It should give us what we are asking for. And it does. It's 14 and 13. So far, I think this is mainly what we need to know. So yeah, so we created the function here. I will explain also what is a function, how to create functions. I'll explain this define to make it easier for me to do some certain stuff, because here we can also, instead of writing all of this, we can just print a and just end it. And here, same stuff. We can do print, and we put pointer, and we ended the line, and we put this down. And yeah, so this is just like to define some stuff to make it easier for you to do work. Yeah, so hope this was with explaining like to most of you how things are, and hopefully it was helpful. And if you have any questions, please write me in the comment. And yeah, see you next time. Hopefully I'm gonna release a new video very soon too.